I found it yesterday, tucked inside an old book I haven't touched in years. A letter, my handwriting, folded once, unsent. Yellowed edges, faded ink. You wouldn't recognize it now, but I remember every word. I wrote it for you and never gave it to you. I don't know why. Maybe I was scared of being too honest, or too late, or too small in your eyes. The day I wrote it, it was raining, the kind of slow rain that feels like time itself is dripping down the windows. You had just left. Not forever, just for the weekend. But the house suddenly felt like a box that used to hold music, and now just held silence. So I sat down, took a piece of paper, and started writing. And the words poured out faster than I could think. It wasn't anger, it was the ache of everything I never said when I should have. Like the first night you came into our lives, how strange it felt to have someone new at the dinner table. You called me Dad. I winced, not because I didn't want to hear it, but because I didn't think I deserved it yet. You were loud, full of opinions, fast-moving, and I was slow, set in my ways. I watched you and thought, she'll either break everything or make it better. You made it better, I just didn't say it in time. There were days I judged you, silently but sharply. The way you raised your voice when you argued with my son, the way you said no without explaining yourself, I thought you were being stubborn. Now I know you are protecting your own boundaries. Something I never taught him how to do. You brought warmth into our house, but I was too cold to notice, too wrapped in old habits, too convinced that respect must be earned through years, not given freely. And yet you gave it to me anyway, called me Dad, even when I didn't act like one. I saw the little things. I just didn't say anything. The way you saved the crust for him because he liked it. How you let him finish talking, even when you disagreed. The way you watched him when he didn't notice, like you were memorizing him, just in case life took him away. That's love. And I didn't say thank you. Reflective, tired. Years passed like laundry days, one folding into another. And I kept telling myself I'd speak up. One dinner, one holiday, one quiet walk together. But something always got in the way, mostly my pride. I watched you become a mother, and something cracked open in me. I saw you hold your daughter, my granddaughter, and suddenly I saw myself in you, the quiet responsibility, the fear, the kind that lives behind the smile, that fear of not being enough, of not knowing the right answer, of loving someone so much it aches. You did things I didn't understand, and now I understand. You distanced yourself from certain people. You insisted on boundaries. You made hard choices. And I see now, you were fighting for peace, not for attention, not for control, just for peace. When my son lost his job and he didn't tell me for 3 months, I was angry. But you came over with groceries. You didn't say anything. You just stocked the fridge. And when he finally told me, he said, "She told me not to be ashamed, that she believed in me." You were the voice he needed, not the one I gave him. I should have written you more letters. Not just one. A thank you after the birth. An apology after the fight. A note just to say, I saw you, even if from the corner of the room. We think we have time. We think love waits. But love doesn't wait. It just grows quiet until someone speaks it aloud. And I didn't. Not loud enough. Not often enough. I watched you carry this family more times than I can count. You forgave more than anyone should. You smiled when I knew you were exhausted. And you never asked to be thanked. But I should have anyway. Now you bring the kids over every Sunday. You sit by the window. You pour tea. You ask how I've been. And I want to say I've missed you, but it comes out as fine, fine. The older I get, the less I know how to say what I feel. But I feel it. Every time. Sometimes I think about slipping this letter into your coat pocket, letting you find it on a Mondays are done. But then I remember, what I really want is not for you to read it. What I want is to live it. So instead, I try. I try to show it in the little things, an extra chair pulled out, your favorite jam on the table, a new photo of the kids printed and framed. I'm learning your language, the one where love doesn't shout. It shows. This letter, this one I never sent. It was for me as much as it was for you. It taught me how to see, how to soften, how to forgive myself too. You changed our family, you know. Not with grand gestures. If my son is a good man, and I believe he is, it's because he was loved by you. Not just admired, not just desired, but truly loved, held accountable, held together. So this letter, it's folded again, back in the book. But now I read it differently. I don't see a confession. I see a vow to speak more, to notice more, to thank you, even if it's just through the way I pass the sugar, or ask about your day, or sit beside you in silence. And if one day you find this letter, buried in a drawer or tucked between pages, I hope you'll smile. Not because I said the right thing, but because finally you heard me. Thank you for showing me what love can look like when it stays.